Heading down to New Haven this morning for my pre-op appointments, just to make sure that everything is okie dokie. I have 4 appointments with the pharmacist. I'm considering asking for a medical marijuana prescription, but I don't know if I'm going to have the nerve to do that. So I will check back in after all of the appointments and let you know how it goes. I'm a little bit anxious. I don't know why. I'm afraid that like at the last minute they're going to tell me that it's not going to work. I don't know why that would ever happen, but it's always out there. Now I'm super stressed out because I was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock and that wasn't in my appointment book, and then I came into the parking garage and the guy in front of me was so slow and didn't know how to drive. And now here I am at the parking garage. Oh! All right, it's a week from tomorrow is the big day. You all witnessed my stress from earlier, trying to get to the hospital, and I found out that I was late. And when I got home today, there was a letter from Yale New Haven listing all of my appointments and what I had to do today. I was like, this doesn't help me coming after my appointments actually happened, and I found out that I was also probably supposed to get an EKG, which I didn't do. So I thought it would be really interesting to go through some of the instructions that I got, just the highlights. I mean, because it's pages upon pages of donor instructions about what I have to do. So there were some good things and some bad things that happened today. The best thing that happened was that I got to stop at Ryan's Deli in Vernon, Connecticut on my way home and buy $50 worth of deli food. It was delicious. It's worth every penny. The worst thing that happened today was that I found out I have to do colonoscopy prep for this, which I will go into some detail. I also have to be there at 5:30 in the morning on Tuesday. Stop all carbonated drinks. So here's the highlight. Bowel prep for surgery with magnesium citrate. And those of you lucky enough to be old enough, or maybe not, to have had a colonoscopy, you know that this means a couple of days of nothing but clear liquids and then taking a super powerful and disgusting laxative. And then spending all day and night evacuating. I'm not excited about it. There's a reason for it. It's because they put a nerve block on my abdomen that lasts for up to 72 hours, and it causes constipation. But here is something really interesting about Yale New Haven Hospital. All you people out there, they don't use any opioids in the pain management, so I was really excited about that. I thought that that was a really interesting and prescient protocol. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but still, that's good. This is interesting. During the surgery, the kidney to be donated. Oh my God, here's what's so interesting. So the kidney to be donated, I thought that they just took the bigger kidney. Left the bigger kidney with me, but no. My kidney function is more than 100%. I just want you to know. It said greater than 100% on the test. I saw it. I also saw a 3D picture of my kidneys. Turns out they're not leaving the bigger kidney in my body. They're giving that one to my brother because my super kidney, the right kidney, actually has sort of an extra venous structure in it, not V-E-N-U-S, V-E-N-O-U-S structure in it, which would mean they would have to reconstruct things. And so they're taking out the left kidney because that makes it easier to Frankenstein into my brother. So, freed from all its attachments. Wouldn't you like to be freed from all your attachments? I know I would be. Oh, laparoscopically, blah, blah, blah. And then they do an incision in my abdomen. I did mention to the surgeon that he was free to remove any additional fat layers. I don't think he's going to do that. Would be a good idea, though, wouldn't it? I mean, come on, 2 for the price of 1. I don't see what the problem is. I mean, anyway, this is what I love. They tell you about abdomen of the recipient has been opened and the blood vessels prepared. I love that. There's a little bit of a typo in Yale New Haven's information. Just public service announcement. Your recipient's transplant surgeon will connect your kidney to the recipient blood supply. That all makes sense. And connect the donor's ureter to your bladder. I think that would be a challenge for the surgeon, don't you think? Connecting my brother's ureter to my bladder. I think they made a mistake. Your kidney will be working in the recipient within 20 to 30 minutes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine my brother going from like under 10 kidney function to having a kidney that functions at like over 100%? The super kidney. My super kidney. I love this. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. Because of anesthesia and medications, you may not remember what went on, but we will remind you of the important facts like you just donated a kidney. Wouldn't that be funny if I had forgotten? What happened? Why am I here? Then they're talking about some more, this is after recovery, more strenuous exercise, abdominal exercise, golf and tennis, because I play a lot of golf and tennis. And then, of course, sexual activity can be slowly started after 2 weeks. More strenuous, it's good, because I wanted to get right back on my pole vaulting career. I love that. I love it. It's so hilarious. Golf and tennis. No golf and tennis for you. No boxing. What other abdominal torque things can we think of? Race car driving? I don't know. I thought of this one other really important thing to mention. So I went with my list of questions. I know I recommended to everybody last time to go to your doctor with your list of questions. And I forgot that one very important question Daphne had asked was, what were the chances of my waking up during the surgery and suffering paralysis? And I felt a little foolish asking the surgeon who's done over 800 of these operations this question, but it was for Daphne and I knew it. And this is what he did. He went, "It's never happened." He was so puzzled by the question, but it was hilarious that I asked that question. So if you're curious about waking up during general anesthesia and suffering some sort of anesthesia paralysis, Dr. Sanjay Kulkarni can tell you. It doesn't happen. I had all my blood work done. Some things were oddly high, so I'm still, that nervousness I was having this morning about something being wrong and them telling me that, you know, all of a sudden the surgery's off. I guess they would call me right away, but there's this thing called creatinine, which measures basically the ratio of protein in your blood and urine, and it's not good to have a lot. So mine was a lot higher this time around than it was before, and my diet has not changed at all. I mean, I've been on a like really strict chocolate cake diet, so I really don't understand why I'm having this problem. You know I'm kidding, right? Oh, this is the other good news. I find this to be exceptionally good news. Avoid fad diets, such as Atkins and keto, which is good. I've been looking for an excuse not to go on a fad diet, and now I have one. Woohoo! So there we are. A lot of people have been asking me how I'm feeling, how I'm doing in my head, and I guess I'm fine. I feel fine. I think I'm pretending, honestly. There's no way to really turn and face what you're about to do. It's just too big. It's too big for the brain to handle. And so I rely on concrete things like understanding what the surgery is going to be like, understanding what kind of medications they're going to give me, knowing what the risks are going to be, understanding that I will function perfectly well without a kidney. honestly, is there really anything to be afraid of? I guess not. But my friends are awesome. I forgot to mention, I've started the Goodbye Grand Tour, having dinner with my mom and my sister on Friday, and then dinner with friends on Saturday, and hopefully more dinners. No beans, red meat, or carbonated beverage over the weekend, though, because that can contribute to gas. So I'm excited about that. And finally, one more plug for the meal train. URL for the meal train right there so that you can join it if you like. I'm not really one to plug things for myself, but my friend Alessandra, who has done so much work in pulling people together to help out in the weeks while I'm recovering, has asked that I say something about it. But I gotta tell you, most of my friends are being amazing about reaching out and asking what I need, what my mom needs, what my daughter needs. So it's a pretty, not to sound too religious because I'm not, but it's a pretty blessed event. There's a lot of support. I can't imagine having to do something like this without an incredible network of friends and family. And a puppy dog who's very cute. You can't see him, but he's right over there, and he's picking up his bone right now because he's very, very busy. So thank you also to my dog walking friends, Kay and Jamie and John, who will be taking care of Finchy while we're recovering. John especially, because he will actually be keeping my rascal of a dog. And that's all. Hit me up if you have questions.